I started now. So we will improve the looks little bit later. Functionality wise, this is done. One more thing I want to do now regarding the functionality wise. Whenever I search the keyword or location, I search the location, and then when I refresh the page, I want this location to be saved and this settings to be saved so that when I next time come, I should start from that setting and then I can change it. So I will save this in localhost in the local storage, and then I can use that from the local storage. So we will be saving the details into the local storage now. So I will write down what we are trying to do now. When I refresh, I want settings to be saved in local storage. So whenever next time I open the page, I should be from the same settings which I keep it on. So let's do that one. I will go to the source and in the results container or in the search form, I change the search detail and based on the detail, okay, this is the search record and when I click the submit button, I'm able to get all the details which user has pasted. So this is the place where I get all the state. Let's see what is the state coming. And then I'll save the state there. So if I see, uh, let's search something again, San Jose. Then I click search, then it will be form is submitted. Let's see where is the form is submitted. Okay, form is submitted and state is this one. Okay, only sub objects are there here, right? I don't want sub objects. I want, so when I click the form submit, okay, we are always putting the details in the reducer. So I don't get it from the reducer, I'm getting it from the props. So it should be in the props. So let's see what is the props is there. So if I go to the props, I have boundary, data or location and keyword. So these three things I want to save in the local host. So what I will do whenever the form is submitted, that means we are here, I will save it in the local storage. So I will save the information in the local storage. So maybe I can create another function, save local storage, and here I will be saving in the information in the local storage. So I can say first I will see what is the information coming when the form is submitted. So information will be available here in the food reducer way. So I'll do console.log information submitted is, it will be inside the food reducer. Let's see, and I'll call this save local storage here. This part save local storage, and then I go to the record form, or I can, yeah, it's fine. When form is submitted, I can save the location here. Okay. So let's check it now. Then okay, and here I will click the search button, and I will see information submitted is this part, and I have boundary, I have keyword, and I have the location. So these three things are important for me to save in the local storage. So what I will do, I will create one object which I want to save in the local storage. You know what is the local storage is? Where is the local storage? Anyone knows?
Local storage. State? Is it state?
State is something specific to the Redux and React. Local storage is specific to the browser and any JavaScript can access it. Now, where is the local storage located?
The oh,
How can
users.
users browser? Users browser. But where can I see that local storage? Let's say I save something in the local storage and I want to see what is there in the local storage. Where will I see? Okay, once I will save it and then I will show you where to see it. So first, how to save it? So I will create one object, var object equal to some object, and I will first put all the information in this object which I need. So what I need boundary. So I will say obj dot boundary is equal to this dot props dot food reducer dot boundary. Then I will say obj dot keyword is equal to this dot props dot food reducer. Maybe I'll paste it. Dot keyword, and final thing will be the location. I will be saving the location also. These three things I want to save it in the local storage so that when the page load, I should get the information from here and I will update that information in the form. So now this let's do the console.log of this object. So now if I put location and then I click search, then my object is boundary is this, keyword is empty because I did not select anything, and location is this. Whichever location selected, I can see the location here. So let's save these three things in the local storage. Now how to save this in the local storage? So to save this in the local storage, I can say local storage dot set item, and I will put some name. Maybe I can say form search data. Anything I can name it, and I want to save the object. Generally, object is not allowed. I cannot save the object, but I can only save the string in the local storage. So to convert this object to the string, I will use one JavaScript inbuilt function. It is called JSON.stringify. And then I will pass obj inside that. Obj is this object. And when I say JSON.stringify, it converts this object into the string and then it saves into the form search data. Let's see if now what happens. So I will search some keyword, for example, food in Santa Clara. And then I'll click search. Once I click search, it is saved into the local storage. So how to check it in the local storage? I have to go to the application. Inside application, I will go to localhost 3000 and there I will see the form search data which I created, form search data, and all the information is saved here. And this will remain permanent in the browser till he clears the caches. So once the user clears the caches, it will go away. Or whenever user will change this information, it will update with that information. So for example, right now it's Santa Clara and I change it to San Jose, for example. And I click search. You will see the information is set to San Jose. So that means this information will remain in the browser till he does not clear the cache. And we will save this information in the browser local storage. And whenever now I refresh, I will get the information from this local form search data, and then I will fill this in field from it. So how I will do it like this. So now I have to grab the information from the local storage and I have to display the information from the local storage. So how to do that? Before I do that, just save the information in the local storage. So open your search form. Before your search records, put this function and call this function in the search records before get records F from FB. Okay.
Local storage. Where to
What
put
happened?
it?
Okay, so you
Search
have to
for.
put this in the search form. Above search record function, you have to put this save local storage. And inside the search record, you have to call the save local storage.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have to grab this local storage and display the data here in the form. So first thing we will grab the data from the local storage and update this value here, right? So let's do that one. If you see, I have this dot props dot food reducer dot keyword. That means I need to update the reducer function because this is coming from the reducer. So I have to grab from the local storage and pass to the reducer, that is pass to the redux, and in that way we will be getting this updated value in the from the redux. And how we are updating in the redux? We are calling this function 3 to update the keyword. And if I go here I'm calling this function 4 to update the location. And to update the boundary, I am calling function 5. So I will grab the data from the local storage and I will pass that data to the function 3, 4, and 5. So for keyword, I will pass it in the function 3, and for object, I will pass to the function 4, and for the boundary, I will pass the information to function 5. So whenever the page loads, whenever the page loads, we have to work in this component did mount. So just remember, whenever you have the page load, you have to use it. You have to call this, or you have to put the information inside this function. So here I will write down, grab the information from local storage and pass to function 3, 4, and 5 for keyword, location, and boundary respectively. So once we update the Redux through these three functions, it will automatically update on the page. So first I will grab it. So how to grab it? I will say var string str is equal to, since it was saved in the string format, so we will make a variable called str. And to get the information from the local storage, I will say local storage dot get item, and I will put the name of the item. What is the name I saved? I saved with the name form search data. So I will put this form search data. So all the information will come now inside the form search data. Now I will convert. Now this is in the string format, but for our purpose, we have to convert now it into the object, because initially it was in object, but for the local storage purpose, we converted this object to the string using this function and saved it in the local storage. But now when we are retrieving, we will get the information in the string format. Now we have to convert it into the object format. So to convert into the object format, I will say var obj is equal to, I have to convert it into object format, and here I will say JSON. This is the function I will use, which is the inbuilt JavaScript function dot parse, and I will pass this string. Once as a parse string, it will go into this object, and I will get all the information in the object format. So let's see how it comes. Console.log object is obj. Now all the information which was saved in the local storage will come here in this console.log as object. So I will, since it is refreshed already, I can see object is, I can see boundary, I can see keyword, and I can see location. Now I will take each one of them and I will put it into the Redux. So here I will say if obj, that means if object is there, then only we will go inside it and we will update the Redux. So for the first case, I will call the function number 3. So this is for the keyword. So I will call function 3 for the first case, that is the keyword. So I will say this dot props dot function 3, and I will pass the keyword. Keyword will be inside obj dot keyword. Now I will only pass this information when I have obj dot keyword available. So I will say if obj dot keyword is available, then only call this function 3. If user has not put keyword in the local storage, I don't want to call this when the no data is available. Now let's check this part, and if it works fine, we will do it for other two also. So since it is refreshed, you will see keyword is already showing the food, right? Keyword is already showing the food information here. Let's try to do, okay, let's try to do now other case. If we have object dot location, then I will call function 4 with obj dot location. This is the second case. And third case will be if we have object.boundary, then call the function phi with boundary. Let's check now. Okay, so we were able to, we are not able to display this here. That is the problem with the autocomplete. Let's see if we can figure out how to display it, because though it's there, but I am not able to see it, because if I click search, you will see we have properly, the country location is going properly, which was coming from the local storage. So this is going correctly, but we don't see it here because this text field is not updated in the autocomplete box. Let's refresh it and again check it. Okay, so we are getting this URL correctly. We are getting this URL correctly, but we are not able to see the display. Okay, let's figure out how to fix this display part. So once we update this state, it goes here into the records FB, and let's check this part, records FB. I will put one more thing, what is coming here, reducer. If I go here, this dot props dot put reducer. Yeah, give me 1 minute. Let me figure out what should I do. To fix this one. Okay. Let me put try to put this thing inside this function and try to see what I'm getting inside this function. Okay, so now I will ask something from you, otherwise you won't be able to understand what I'm doing. So let me ask something from you. If I'm putting the information in the component did mount, getting the information from the local storage and updating the Redux variable. So what happened, when the page loads initially, when the page loads, this component did mount is called, and we are able to pass the information to the different Redux place. But even though it is passed to the different place, you will see here at this point, at this place, if you see, this is called as this dot props dot food reducer. I am getting all information as a null. Data is null, keyword is null, location is null. The reason is that even though I pass this information to the Redux, because this is appearing when the page loads, so at this point, it is still not coming from the, it's still not available from the Redux. It takes some time to available it here. So that's the reason you are getting this all information null. But so I don't get any data based on this information, but it appears in the front end because once it comes from the back end, it automatically updates the front end. So in the front end, I am able to see it, but the results you will see is not based on this information which I am putting it here. So that's the problem. We don't want to do that. We want to put all information here, and we want to search also based on the information user has put already. So when I put food and if I refresh, I should be able to get the information here on the right side based on the food which I put in the keyword. So I will fix this information in some time. I will not put the information here in the component did mount. I will take this information and I will put it inside this get records from FB. I will put inside it, maybe here. So that means if I'm getting from something from local storage, I will pass the information to the Redux. That is like this. I will pass the information to the Redux, but instead of going through each using the food, this dot props dot food reducer dot location dot latitude, I will use this object if we have this object. And if we don't have this object, then I will use this dot props dot food reducer. So what I will do, I will try to change here. I will put something here so that if we have object, then take the object here and display it here. And if we don't have object, that means if local storage is empty, then I will say else obj is equal to, I will make obj as this dot props dot food reducer. So maybe I can say if we have this food reducer, else if we have this food reducer, or we can remove this one. Sorry, this is not needed. Directly let's try this one. So object will be this dot props dot food reducer. So if we have something in the local storage, I will use this object from the local storage. But if we don't have any information in the local storage, I will make object as this dot props dot food reducer, and then I will replace this object everywhere we have this dot props dot food reducer. So I will try in the first place, then I will second place, and then I will put it everywhere here. Okay, let's try to do copy paste. And I'll try to replace it everywhere in this page. So if we have something from the local storage, I will use that. And if I don't have local storage, I will use from the reducer. I am doing replace all, but I am doing carefully, manually, one by one, because otherwise it will go and do for whole page. I don't want that one. Okay, so I did it for all. So now I will test it. So this is the place I go and get the local storage. And if I get something, I will use this object. And if I don't get something from the local storage, I will get it from the food reducer. I will put some console.log to see if I'm getting from the local storage or not. Local storage in action. So here I am getting information from the local storage, and here I am getting information from reducer. Now I will see which one is coming in the page, and the page loads. So when the page loads, I will see local storage in action. Now you will see all the data is filtered based on the information which I put it here. Let's try to delete the local storage. I can click cross and storage is deleted, and then I refresh it again. So now there is no local storage. So I get whole information, and here I will see reducer in action. Because I don't have local storage, object is null. So I'm getting it from the reducer, and reducer we don't have any information of location and keyword, so it's showing all the records. Now let's try to search again, and then we will do it test again. I put San Jose, I click search. So right now I'm getting so when I click search, information is already in the local storage. When I click search, it first saved in the local storage, and so I'm getting information in the local storage, and I'm able to see display the results from the local storage. So, and now if I refresh it, okay, one more is coming here. Maybe we will figure out why it's coming on refresh, but it is not coming on the search, direct search. If I search San Jose, I'm not getting that, but when I'm refreshing it, somehow that information is not coming correctly. Let's see why. We're getting food donation, data, county, US, CA, Santa Clara County. So inside Santa Clara County, we should have, okay, it's not going to the keyword, right? It's not going to the keyword, it's going only to the location. So when I'm refreshing the page, it is not going to the keyword. Why it's not going to keyword? Okay, because of this problem. I by mistake did not converted this part to object. That's the reason it is giving error. Now even if I refresh, I will get 3 records. Okay, now I'm getting 3 records. Only problem now is updating this field with the predefined value, which I will look into now. So by the time you put these changes, I will be able to complete the, okay, I am putting this, I am keeping this console.log here. So when you go into the get record from FB, you have to put these lines of the code. After this dot state, just put these lines of the code, and then everywhere where you find this dot props dot food reducer in this function only, in this function only, just replace it with the obj. So you have to replace everything with the obj. I can give whole of this function, but it will be too big. I gave whole of the function, or you can do search and replace also, whatever suits you. I will revise this part again because too many things happen. Till you do this, let me figure out why how to update this location, because this is something we got from the autocomplete third party, and they may not have something proper thing. So let me figure out this one, how to fix that by the time you put this function which I give you in the chat. Let me know when it's done. Okay, test the things till we find, let me find out. Is it done? Okay, so you're not getting any data. Hmm. Try to put console.log for 2 minutes and see if you can figure out. Otherwise, I will come and help you. So try to put console.log at different places and see where exactly you are having issue. And if you cannot find in 2 minutes, then I will help you. Okay.
Okay. I'm having no luck.
No luck? Okay. Let me figure out 1 second.
It's it's probably not a big deal. I can just wait till we're done and copy.
Okay.
I mean, I get what we did. I just yeah, maybe copy paste wrong or something.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you can otherwise research a little bit more time and figure out first. Okay, I feel that I try to put this information San Jose and all, but somehow it's with this autocomplete one, it's not really working great. So let me try one more thing and okay, let's try one more thing and then okay, I will just remove this one and I will remove this one. Okay, let me try one more thing because with the autocomplete, I'm not able to really. If I change, there are a lot of other problems coming. If I put reference and then this food producer dot location dot address and do this change part. Inspect. Okay, reference is not taking it. If I put title, I'm getting the title. If I get ID, I'm getting ID here. And if I put value, then I won't be able to change this value. I can get this value, but then I cannot change it. So how about I will not put this one and I will display that in the bracket so that user can know what information, what place it's able to see it. So user is able to see this, that data is based on the San Jose. And if I delete the local storage, I refresh it, I don't have this one. So let's put this. Maybe I'll remove this bracket. So either I will get, so user can see the location which is searching. Right now it's not showing anything. That means this is showing all the records. But if I search something, for example, San Jose, and I click search, so it's showing the San Jose data. And if I refresh now, since we are not able to, this is the input box, we got it from the autocomplete functionality. So if I change it, it's creating a lot of problems. So I don't want to change that, but user can see where exactly it's searching. Let's put food. It's picking food with this location. It's displaying. He can change to different location and he can Palo Alto, so he's able to, so he can change it here, but when he refreshes the page, he will be able to see here, not exactly here. Okay, so maybe I can try to work on this autocomplete because this is third party tool, and right now it's not working with the limited experiment which I did now, and I will work on more on it if we can fix this. Otherwise, I will show only here in location here outside the autocomplete. Okay, so that's it for the saving the information here. I can help you in now if you want to figure out that one because this part is done. We need to do messages. Maybe we can start little bit of messages now, and we can move further next time. Okay, let me commit this one, and then I'll start with the messages today. But it's a big thing. We will take few days to finish that one. Okay, I committed this search form. Okay, so let's start with the messages. If I click messages, it should go to the chat one, the chat which we built it. So this is a chat. This is actually messages page. So when I click the messages on the top side, it should go to the chat one, and I will be able to create first. I will try to change the routing for chat. So it should go to chat one, and I want for some more information in the chat. Let's say one chat will be the generic chat where I can see all the chat for all the users, and there will be another slash. I will make one more path, and here I will say to user ID. So if I'm chatting with particular user ID, then I will pass this to user ID, and when to user ID is there, I will be chatting with that person. So I will create one more route here. You can also create this route in the app.js. After the chat, create one more route. So if I go to chat page, that means I will be able to see chat with all the users. But if I go to the user ID to user ID, then I will be chatting with that user ID. Okay, so now let's go to the chat, and we'll see how to build this chat application. So first I will go to the navigation, and if I'm clicking the messages from the top URL, I should be able to go to the chat page, generic page. So if I go to the messages one, here I will put chat, and let's see now if I'm able to So I click chat, so I'm able to go to the chat page. So you can also add this on the line number 35 nav.js. You can give the length of /chat. Okay. Now how my chat will look like? Let's create some layout. Last name equal to container, and here I will start with div. Class name equal to row. It will end, and here I will say div class name equal to col md. Maybe on the left side it will be 3 for this div, and I will have another div with 9. So here I will see all users whom I am chatting, and here I will see messages. So on the left side I will see all the users list whom I am chatting with. On the right side I will see the chat box kind of thing, which I will be chatting with him. So now let's build something. Maybe let's get some template, or I can build myself. I'm just finding some bootstrap example which I can use in. So I will choose from this one later on. I will give you the link. You can also see which one is good one, which I will take after some time. Right now I will build something simple, and then we will go with some information. So here I will say, maybe I will say H3 all users list. Okay, we have all users list here. Here on the right side, I can say chatting with user A, for example. I will put this in the H3 tag. Maybe I'm chatting with user A. Right now I'm hard coding it. Later on it will come from the URL, the user A. And then here I will build the form which I will be chatting. So I will just try to get the form template from the create, and then I'll edit it. So I got this form from the create one. I don't need autocomplete here. I need only one field, that is a text field. Right now, remove this one right now. enter message, and I don't need this part right now. I need only one text box. I will delete all others, and then here I'll say send message. Okay, so I have this necessary function calling. Okay, so something I don't need this message at the top. I will delete this label. I don't need this BR tag. Okay, so chatting with user A, enter message. Once I put message, I click send message, it will submit it. Let's open the console.log. Okay, so I will create one function here, send a message, and here right now I will pass E, and I will say E dot prevent default. This will not allow form to be submitted, because if I don't put this and if I click enter button, the form will be submitted on the page, not as I wanted it. So I will do e.prevent default. It will not submit the form. It will do whatever I want to do. And I will right now only say console.log message, and then I will call this function here on the form on submit equal to this dot send message dot bind this. When user will click this one and enter, message sent is coming on the here. So on the left side, I have to see all the users. So to see all the users, let's try to get Bootstrap. Let's try to get the images. So maybe I can see the image like circle kind of thing, or this one thumbnail. Right now on the left side chatting all users list, I will be putting all the users list here. So let's try to maybe put some div tag, and I will put this image tag, and I will add one more class, image responsive. Get some image from the Google. Okay, let's put this image. Okay, some problem. I did not close the image tag. Okay, so this seems to be little big than I want. So maybe I will try to fix it here. Max width, maybe I can do 60 pixel. Looks good. So I will say see how mango is coming. Okay, so I can put this into the equal to row, and then I will say here 1 second. Take this. That चालू है का tab. Okay, 1 second. Role MD. Maybe I'll say 4. एक में चालू तो है. Okay, so I will go here. I will put another column below it. And since this is 4, this should be 8. Let's see now how it looks. Okay. So now, let me see. Okay, so now we are getting, okay, we have, so we have padding of 15, 15. I don't want padding here. Okay, so I don't want padding. Okay, maybe little padding is fine. So let me override the padding here. So maybe I'll go to style.css and I'll say my maybe say dot cat user padding. And I will make the padding right and left to maybe 5 pixel, and I'll change this to my chat. I will change this. I will add this padding. Okay, so I got padding. Let me see now what is the padding. So I have got 5 pixel padding. So here I will see all the users list like this. Let's make this bold. And I'll copy this row multiple times. So if we go with the real one, we will be able to see the real users. So right now, okay, I don't have, I want top bottom padding also. Let's put whole padding 5 pixel. Okay, so we have spaces also between the two. So here I will see all the users list, and here I will be able to chat with it. Now here the messages will come. So which we will build that messages part tomorrow. And then we will integrate with the Firebase, and so that we can do live chatting with the users. So I will commit my code, and you just grab it, my chat and style.css and chat.js. Is too much code. If I put in chat, it will go, it will disrupt the page. So just get these two files. One is chat.js and style.css. I will commit both the files. and I will commit it. So